Hey and howdy everyone, it's Jeannie with Paper Pixie Ink. Today I am going to do a walkthrough of my album that I made using this Prima paper pad. So this is the Aquarelle collection. I used some, not all, of the 32 sheets in this. I also used some of the flowers and a few of the 3x4 and 4x6 journaling cards. So let's dive in and take a look at the album. Alright, so this album measures 8.5 by 8 1/4, and the spine is about 2.5. So looking at the front cover, I kept the closure simple. It's a little different, but it's very, very simple. This is just a plastic closure. It's kind of small, but I think it worked quite well for this. It's just this. I have a whole bunch of them. I buy them off Amazon. They work really, really good as closures. And when I'm struggling a little bit, I want to do something, you know, to hold it closed, but I don't want to just use ribbon and tie it in a bow. I really like using these because I find that they're a little bit fancier, I guess, and I like the overall look that I get. So this is kind of a little different. I've not done a closure quite like this before, but I really do like how it turned out. So this frame is just a chipboard frame. It was from an old Sizzix Bigs die that I had from Tim Holtz, and I just covered it with some various mixed media mediums, and then I used a few different Finnabair Art Alchemy mixed media pastes, waxes, and acrylic paints to just kind of make it look a little distressed, but with colors that went quite well with this. So I did use some of the Metallique acrylic paints. I used the Crocus Fields and the Rich Turquoise, and then I covered that with some of the waxes in Heather Hills and Blue Lagoon to just kind of give it that, you know, multicolored look. These are just some of the flowers from the collection. These are just some beads that I had that I felt went really, really well with the paper and the flowers, so I just added those on. These are some older Prima leaves that I had in my stash, and these are actually some feathers. These were some paper rose dies that I had in my stash. They came out a couple years ago, I think, at least now. So I just used some Versamark ink on them, and then I used some of the Purple Dusk embossing powder from Sizzix, and it went really, really well, so I just tucked them around the frame. This here just says "You Were Made to Bloom," and that is one of the 3x4 journaling cards from the collection. So my spine, I just kept simple, but this is a little charm that I made using some beads that I had in my collection and some different little charms. So this is a little moon. These are some wings. We've got a star here. And then this here is actually, I think I've shown you guys before, but it's like a purse ring, I think. But I just buy a bunch of these. They have them in various, you know, gold, silver, you know, gunmetal. And I find they work so well for this on your spine just because they actually screw in. They're not brads, and I find that they're a lot more durable. And then my back is just plain, but isn't this paper so pretty? Like, look at that hummingbird. Anyway, So let's look at the inside. So when you first open it up, there is this page here. It's pretty simplistic. It's just a waterfall. These are 3.5, so the mats are 3 1/4, which means that these are perfectly sized for 3" by 3" cropped photos. And then you have this area here as well. You could, you know, put a little bit of journaling on here. You could cover this a little bit in white paper and white cardstock right here and do journaling on that. They are magnetized, so they will stay closed. And this one is just the same thing. So you just have 2 of the same, just like that. And then these here, this cardstock is actually from Stampin' Up, and this is Highland Heather, I think is the color. And this is just a Dress My Craft punch, so you can tuck your photos underneath here. This is a heavier duty cardstock, so it will hold up to that much better. So this page is very, very simple. So this just flips like this. So I just used a brad, and this is actually a Big's die from Tim Holtz that's no longer available. But you could do it with, you know, other things obviously as well. This was actually one of the 4x6 journaling cards. I just cut it apart. I just cut it down to fit. So these measure 5.5 by 4, and this just flips up. So you have this area here, and this flips this way. So you have this area here, and then you have this as well. And this is open. So if you wanted to, you know, tuck a little tag or something in there, you know, a journaling card, you could do that. So this only has 4 signature pages, unlike my usual that I do, which is 6. They are all pocket pages. They're side pockets, so they're not top pockets, they're side pockets. I did go ahead and use just some of the scrap pieces that I had to cover the area between the pages, just to give it a more finished look. So here is one of the pocket inserts. So this gorgeous paper. So when you flip it over, these all flip up, so just like that. These are all 3.5 by 3.5, so the mats are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 for 3 by 3 photos. So they just flip like that, and then the page flips open. And so you just have these 2 pages here as well. So these are matted for photos, and then you have a tuck spot here for tags. And I just created these tags using my Cricut design space. I just used some of the basic rounded shapes that they have to create these tags in a couple sizes, so I could cut them in the black cardstock and then the cut in a slightly smaller size in the pattern paper so that they go really, really well. And then there's also space here if you wanted to mat more photos as well. And it is magnetized, so I have a magnet up here and a magnet down here so that it holds it closed really, really well. And then this page is just a mirror of this one. So you have all of these that just lift up. And then this flips open, and these are just a little different because I coordinated to slightly different paper. So they're the same size. I'll mat 3 by 3 photos, and then you just have 2 side-by-side tags here. And it is magnetized closed. To just give these a slightly different look, I did use one of the We Are Memory Keepers corner punches to just punch the corners. And then we have our second pocket page mat. So when you flip it over, this page is just a pocket page. So there's a pocket here and a pocket here. And then I just added a bunch of inserts into them. So here's the paper. It's really, really pretty. And then this was just some pink, believe it or not, ruffled satin ribbon that I had in my stash. And I just took some distress sprays and, you know, lightly sprayed them in a couple of different places to give it kind of that old tie-dyed kind of distressed-ish look. And then I just covered the seam of it with some strung half pearl beads. And then in the pockets, I just added this. These were some paper that I had, like, that were scraps, so I just matted those. The edges, I just cut with another one of the We Are Memory Keepers crocodile corner chomper punches, because I like that it gives it, you know, the finished look. This is just some more scrap paper that I had. I just like the little hummingbird. And then a couple more tags that, these are, again, those same tags that I made using my Cricut. Just gonna tuck those in. And then for down here, I have this other mat. These are 4x6, so you could mat a 4x6 photo on the back of this. And then these are just some more tags that I made. This just says, "The earth has music for those who listen." So this, I just find tags like this are a great way to use up scraps that you have. And you can use the backs of them to do journaling on to go with the photos that you have for that page. This page is somewhat simple, but it's a great storage place for extra photo mats. So this is magnetized. There are 4 magnets on here, and this is chipboard, so it's heavy duty. And this is just from one of the pages. I just found it gorgeous. And then this just opens like this, and this is also magnetized, so there's magnets here and magnets here. So it helps keep this very closed. And then this is a great place to store extra photo mats. So you could mat photos on here. You could crop some smaller photos to put on here as well. And then I've included a couple of different photo mats as well, and a tag for journaling. So there's quite a bit of space here to include extra photos and journaling if you want it. And then this is another one of our pocket page mats. And so these pages are somewhat simple, but they have quite a bit of space in them. So these just flip down. These little tags are chipboard tags. They are also from that same Biggs die that I had that rounded one from. I don't think it's available anymore, but I love using it to make tags. But you can make, there's lots of different dies out there that you can use for making tags. And then these just open up like this. So there's quite a bit more space in here for photos as well. And then this pops out. So you have another tag here. So you could mat a photo on here and do some journaling as well. And then I use that same We Are Memory Keepers corner punch to punch the edges. And then you just have all this space in here for more photos. And then this page here, this is another one of those Biggs dies chipboard tag. And then these open up just like this for additional photos, and these are 3x3. They will hold 3x3 photos as well. And then I did leave the backs of these open to add more tags. I didn't include tags, but you can definitely add more tags into those as well. And then this here, we have the same chomped corners. And then we have additional photo mat place as well. And these 2 pages are magnetized, one on the top and one on the bottom, just so that they will hold closed pretty well. And then this is our last pocket photo mat. So there's lots of space on those big mats for photos as well. And then this is another one of those tags, and it just slips down, and then these just open like this. So you have this space here that you could mat photos, spots here for matting photos. You could mat a photo on here. And this just says, with brave wings she flies. This was one of the 4x6 journaling cards. And then this back, this is the inside back cover. This is just another pull down waterfall. So it is magnetized closed, and these are 4x6. So you can mat 4x6 photos on this. So this just opens like this. So you have this one here, and then you have all of these as well. So you have quite a bit of space in here for photos, and additional space that you could add as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's walkthrough. Again, this was the Prima Marketing Aquarelle collection. I will be sharing a couple of more projects using some more of the paper and journaling cards in some upcoming videos, so stay tuned for those. I will do my best to link everything that I have used, as long as it's still available, in the description below, in case you guys are interested in purchasing any of the items that I have used. And as always, if you are interested in seeing more videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, everyone.